and he's been given the credit there by Chairman Jomo Biela for the work he's done through his publication to bring attention to this and raise the noise. Alright, we are underway in the KZN Premier's Cup. It is the first semi-final here featuring Midlands, who will be contesting or be hail from Pietermaritzburg, who will be contesting or be playing in the Motsepe Foundation Championship in the season ahead. They're up against here powder blue shirts and the navy shorts. Taking the balls to the right. See what's up. See what Midlands are about. Heard their coach. Midlands are about. Heard their coach saying to themselves here, and now could be RichardsBay on the conditions that's going to be tricky. It's very windy out there. Conditions that's going to be tricky. It's very windy out there, so the wind will be a factor. It will be in the back of African runners also from that part of the country, the Midlands, about Uluse. So we're known back in the day, team that produced so much. So we're known back in the day, team that just produced so much great hits. Lesser known graduates of about this Mandla Nagaz as a senior squad in that African Wanderers, famous African Wanderers. Rizuma, Sposiso Zuma, likes of Rizuma and Kumnani Mcheza. And Kumnani Mcheza. Sposiso Zuma to Orlando Pirates of the Sposiso Siyabonga to Kai and Siyabonga Nomvet, of course, went to PSL's all-time leading scorer, as they say, is history. Went on to become the PSL's. Chases him down. Only charged as Peter Shalulile chases. But Nega in your picture there, the MidlandsWanderersFC. Downpull, the centre back captain of RichardsBay. From William Shongwe is alongside me now. Despite having used the elevator. It's very weird. Built. Now. Looking out for that RichardsBay side, a player with Nzama. Number 19 on Richards Milford, beaten yesterday by Bentusan City. Beaten yesterday for the Durban City in the playoff for the Durban City in the playoff for the semi-finals involved in the competition. Quarter-final of sorts was played yesterday. 6 teams involved in the competition. The bye, RichardsBay have received a bye to the to Langa. Well, a big occasion this one for the Midlands Wanderers. Well, a big occasion this one for the Midlands Wanderers on live on national television against a team at
I know the coach wanted to say, just want the players to go enjoy themselves. Definitely wanted to play it a little bit easy to say, just want the players to go enjoy themselves. There is definitely lots of pressure to say, just want the players to go enjoy themselves. There is definitely lots of pressure as far as the performance is concerned. So it'll be interesting to see how they come through with a team that is qualified for the top.
Working it wide early on here. Working it wide early on here. On here. useful exercise for the KZN in action immediately. Important for a team like Richards Bay, who are in action immediately. Next weekend, of course, in the MTN 8 as they take on the might of from the Club World Cup. Nouns who have just come back from the Club World Cup. Now, let's see what African Midland Wanderers could be a chance here now for
I can't wait to see you shaking it off.
Could be a chance. Looking for the little cutback down that left-hand side. Chance for Richards Bay to break down that left-hand side. New signing then for young fellas talking about excitement.
Well, no words to tea. So they're big teams. There's also a great Manzini Wanderers in Eswatini. So one of the biggest teams in the continent. So listen, it's a great year. Once
look at what run and stopped in his tracks. Look at an exciting runner with the ball down this left-hand side. Number 22 looks an exciting runner with 12 new signings named by the Gabatinho Mhango, one of 12 new signings named by the mobility is now Tam. Mobility is turning it on as well. Oh, beautiful skills now. Slashes the ball across. Nzama is going to be a crowd favorite. It doesn't take in you long. Every time he gets onto the ball, there's a real buzz in the crowd. And you can see he's exciting. Real buzz in the crowd. And you can see he's exciting player. Nega in your picture. Look at this now. Nega in your picture. Look at this now. Nega in your picture. Look at this now. There for Sponelo Boyle, the defender, out. Get that too many times. Siyabonga Nzama. Siyabonga Nzama.
But what is very exciting about the players that they have in a move from being there, what is very exciting about their futures that they have in the academy going there, this is where most of these players come from. So that for me is the new way, next level. Produce your own, see just how far you can raise them to the next level.
Siab throw in on the near side. Quick throw taken there by Siabelo in on the 2T. They've stolen it here, have Richards Bay. Nzama. Can he unleash some? And took too long on the ball. It's dispossessed at right-hand side. Operating down there. Push forward now down that right-hand side. Operating down there. Space wide. It's going to be a free kick.
The approach of football. I wonder if there's any change in the approach. Really got too much support from the back. The team that's players of which they never really got. If the place exciting. So if there's a lack of supply, and so even get starved, and as a result, they don't get to really influence the game in a big starved, and as a result, they don't get to really influence the game.
And heavy clouds to the eastern side from this quite heavy clouds to the eastern side from the eastern side of the stadium. There's some dark clouds hovering. The forecast was for rain, but there's some dark clouds hovering. The forecast was for rain, but I should say chance of rain. Well, I should say when it comes to these percentages, as once explained, 60% of the weather stations in the area necessarily forecast. That's why. So it's not necessarily about the chances of rain. I mean, that is the chances of rain. I mean, that is.
Well, that's very helpful. I've always thought of view it differently, and now that you explain, so
looked like a shoulder to me, but the looked like a shoulder to shoulder to me, but the referee. So it looked like a shoulder to shoulder to me, but the referee. So it did. Nearly say. Looks quite a dangerous player down the left-hand side.
as we see the sun breaking through the clouds, you mentioned already, I really never thought that we could have sunshine.
But things are not gone now. It's hoofed away. On it, but things are not gone now. It's hoofed away. KZN Premier's Cup. Richard now. KZN Premier's Cup being played here in Richards Bay in northern KwaZulu-Natal, the north coast of KwaZulu-Natal. Useful exercise. We're still out in RichardsBay, of course. Woken up. The action continues all day. We've just woken up. 12 o'clock, and then we have the final from 4 o'clock. So make your way, entrance to get into the Tuesday Sports Complex and come and have a look at the Zidane to get this venue ready. It's taken long as tickets may make their way forward here now. Ball whipped in here, heavy touch there.
It's just about because
he is everywhere.
He's everywhere. In fact, that's pointless. A little bit more central as a number 10.
Richards Bay. Stolen. For Tabi Sandelu. Congo leaves it. Lets it run for Tabi Sandelu. One of the exciting TDC graduates in the Richards Bay side. Ndelu. In the Richards Bay side. Ndelu. Nice, and the decision. Richards Bay, in fact, at the start of last season, did make a choice, and the decision, as was articulated by the chairman, that they want to rely on their young. Julie did, and more than just survived. Qualified for the top 8. That was great work and something to build on. But now they've sold off 2 of their brighter stars. They've sold off 2 of their brighter stars. And left wing back Koskonandaba and the striker their pre-season. So those are 2 big losses to William Snechongwe. So it seems they're going to have to do some work to patch those holes. Some patch those holes.
Well, some teams, TT, Richards Bay seems to go with the whole, when you releasing, you got to make sure that you get the experience so that when those are sold, there's still enough quality to be able to sustain the team. So that when they get to the Premiership, there's still enough quality to be able to sustain the team that they get when they get to the Premiership. So still enough quality to be able to sustain the team that they get when they get to the Premiership. So that's a good way to go about it by Mr. Biela, and they can only continue to do that is there to be developed when it comes to the quality of players. That is.
Well, I mentioned that they've recently announced at the start of July. They announced the arrivals of start of July. They announced the arrivals of no less than 11 players that Lindo Richards Bay, including, just to name but a few of the significant signings. Zuke, from Arrows.
Play the youngsters, but they got to blend the experience of some youthful exuberance. You want to play the youngsters, but expanding is all about being settled down to the Premiership. So you can see the signing is a chance to learn from the older players.
A little dark. If your pictures have gone a little dark, it's because the sun has disappeared. As you can see now, it's gone a little darker. And the heavy cloud. Here for gone behind here for a goal kick. Hlatuze. Just under 20 minutes played here at the Hlatuze complex. Here's Ronnie Gabriel, man who did made of the new local Hlatuze Sports Complex. Buttons of timing by the coaching team and buttons of timing.
Yeah, they're doing quite a bit to improve themselves. They are still aspiring, are doing quite a bit. Great aspirations, really great aspirations to develop themselves. The opportunity and they're disappointed. Very impressive. Gabriel, of course, has been long with his team. Yes, very impressive. Gabriel, of course, has been long with his team.
Running there, just oh, this is tricky with it now. Just couldn't find the run there on the couldn't find the run there on the right hand side of Mfundo Tigazi, formerly of Nsama. Now, nice little, beautiful from Nsama. So elegant on the ball and so confident, always looking for work. So elegant on the ball and so confident, always looking for work.
And obviously already I'm picking up certain elements that he can do away with and improve on is the amount of time that he hands on to the ball. Do away with and improve on is the amount of time that he hands on to the ball, and also his decision making as far as he doesn't he's got it.
Can hear the wind pumping in the wind. Microphones, the flags flapping in the wind. It is a very strong wind that is up. The wind is out there. Richards Bay are playing into the wind.
Doing very well. Lots also build a play from just equally so is Midland Wanderers also going to talking to the team, to the coach earlier, playing long balls to us, which is trying to help the team try to play a bit more than play. He wants them to be those that can play, the players he develops. The team can only benefit from the growth of those players with the right mindset. Can only benefit from the growth of those. Vincent.
In this first semi-final, 20 minutes gone in this first semi-final of the Wanderers nil, Richards Bay nil, Midlands Wanderers.
If you talk about the potential, the two teams to get a goal. Now, if you talk about the potential, the two long pressure created sides square, it's not a really long pressure created.
Zero attempts on goal. Precise, we've had exactly zero attempts on goal. No shortage of
this game.
No shortage of any. No attempts on goal and nothing on. See the numbers there. No attempts on goal and nothing on target. Capable of this spectacular. This man is it. Gabatinho Mhango. This is it. Gabatinho Mhango. Gabatinho Mhango. Technically, yes. Gabatinho Mhango. Now, good looking run here. Pocketed. Pocketed. Beautiful.
This daily attempt.
Beautiful.
This daily attempt.
Beautiful. It's Gabatinho Mhango was going wide. Killer. The goalkeeper wins. The goalkeeper wins. The goalkeeper wins and stopped it going out. Anyway, here we go. Near post, that bike now has to get back into. From Nega, who is on his bike now, has to get back into.
Earlier, I could say about the build-up of Midland Wanderers. After time, the vintage possessed of the build-up, both can see if it's not working in the center of the field. Change the approach a little bit.
You can himself in that midfield area, the big man losing himself. One cement. Midlands Wanderers. Cement down for some attention. It's Eugene.
Yeah, Zuki there to him. Yeah, Zuki there, his hand was up there to, in another instance, could have gone with the booking for Zuki.
The coach is the coach. Well, as you were saying there, William Shongweb, man who is. Well, as you were saying there, William Shongweb, coach of. So the floodlights have had to be switched on because it is getting rough. So the floodlight. So check. Tick off the floodlights, they are operational. One bank this floodlight, we can tick off the floodlights, they are operating. Floodlights works. So we're going to off floodlights works.
Can't see the ones behind. They're on, but you can't see the ones behind us.
touch on the far side there. Well, into touch on the far side there. Make things happen. Remember, they look him to make things happen. The great line up. Shaking off the tensions of beautifully shaking off the tensions of Gabadinho Mahango there. But immediately turnover possession. Immediately turnover possession. Now, this great move here, wonderful save from Langa. Great football all round, a wonderful move there to set up great football all round, a wonderful move there to set up the chance from the defense there of Wanderers to catch.
Interesting move that Display can do. You can see there's a bit of interesting move in that taking there. Display can do. You can see there's a bit of creativity, obviously, in that taking there. Display can do. You can see there's a bit of creativity, obviously, in that taking there. It's just that it doesn't happen as often. Only one that seems to be making the progress with most of the creative play. Making the progress with most of the creative play.
Kick. Now gonna need Fundo Tekas as well to come to the party a little kick more. Now gonna need Fundo Tekas as well to come to the party a little bit more. Whenever he gets down wide on this right hand side, he does the left hand side there, and then effort on goal straight at the effort on goal. Straight at the keeper,
giving credit to the goalkeeper. I mean, back into the field straight. That was a good save. Yes, back into the field straight. That was a good save. Yes, back into the comes your way. Then if you have the leverage to pile it into the side, block. Whatever comes your way. Then if you have the leverage to pile it into the
long one upfield. You can see how it long one upfield. You can see how it hangs and how it got held up in the wind there. They couldn't even get it over. Couldn't get the ball past. Strong the wind that Richards Bay is kicking into is. Couldn't get the ball past the halfway line from the goal kick.
Very helpful though that it's an easy decision to make.
Beautifully controlled there by Sam. Trying to switch play now and attack down that right hand side. Trying to switch play now and attack down that right hand side, which has seen most of the attack of this Midland side. They've favored that ball out to the left hand side. Out to the left hand side. Now duty. That's where they let themselves down. Midlands, just desperation. Then they say
when it goes across the center line, gets left behind. Nations cross away when they look into that limit, gets left behind. So Nations just falls away when they look into that limit, gets left behind. So Nations just falls away when they look into that limit. I think that's one of their biggest challenges. They don't in their attack.
Well, never mind the first goal in this first semi-final. Well, effort in anger on goal. Okay, we've had Gabadinho Mahango's we had two attempts on goal. Let's correct that. We had two attempts on goal. Let's correct that. We had Amadino Mango's worked move that we just showed you there. Mobile resulted with a save from Mobile.
That was easy save. Later on, just to review the game for himself. He will not, if he listens to your commentary later on, just to review the game for himself.
Disappointing if we hadn't kept that one out. Well, it would have been. I'm sure he would have been very disappointed. I'm sure he would have been very disappointed had he not. As Tigers looked to him, Mhango.
No, he's a good pick it up. He's able to. No, he's a good.
Great distribution. There's again. Once they get into the final, great distribution. There's that final pass again. Great and an opportunity for the tricks. Into the defender. Diving in to the defender who wasn't ever so well. Credit his ground. He stayed on his ever so well. Credit defending guys and very good defending there from Smeso for Midland. Something one here for Midland. Behind. Well, that's a deflection. Goes behind. That was off. Almost Midlands Wanderers from Midlands Wanderers.
An opportunity just to see what they've been preparing for. An opportunity just to see what they've been preparing to box, being able to move some of the big players into the box.
First corner, second Siabonga Nzama. Now, there's that left-hand side. And left-hand. And referees. And referees. Gets caught in this reading it comes for the defenders wind. Reading it comes for the defenders. Reading it comes for the defenders. Still locked at 0-0.
To fly through. Yeah, we talk about the danger of those videos because sometimes on the goalkeeper he's going to pick it up and start in the holes in mid, and then on the goalkeeper he's going to pick it up and start in the holes in mid, and then the goalkeeper he's going to pick it up and start in the holes in mid, and then it means the player coming from deep in the middle can still run for that same goal with the defenders having.
Guilty of once they get into the center final third, not finding the right ball. Tempo is the man. Serious damage done, back on his feet. No serious damage done, back on his feet.
My respect. He's been ever present in that little drop.
5 starts for him, 25 appearances for him last season. 25. Now, it's opening up here for now.
See, even when they're heading up to play transition, they're so slow to get behind the ball and go through this. They're so slow that they allow Mauricio to proceed through the and rather not being able to proceed through.
To do so from the defenders to do.
Let's see. No further than the center line. No.
Free kick and
Free kick goes the way of Wanderers.
Free kick and Midland.
You see now Midlands, what the ball is what they go. You see now Midlands, and you know the ball is not going to center line. So you can hold that to high line. You know the ball is not going to progress any further than the center line. You can really play on the front foot. But the center, so that when you pick it up, you can really play on the front foot.
That's not quite what they've done. That's not quite what they've done. That's just technique all wrong there. And technique all wrong there. And in the end, that's the not shy though to get involved and have an attempt. The skipper.
You also got to understand if you're playing with the wind. If you're going to take it,
The skipper.
you also got to understand if you're playing with the wind. If you're going to take a shot, you're going to carry the game a lot further up any forward. So that's why when you're playing with the wind, you still apply a lot of control.
Wow. Wow. Lighting. Wow. Wow. Lighting. Wow. Wow. Lighting things up. Have a look at that. Stolen by Duty. Stolen by Tigger. Duty. Stolen by Tigers. One back. One back. Switching Bogo, Spelele Masibogo on the ball, right? Looking for he's got Masibogo, Spelele Masibogo on the ball. He's got Spani Mtoma for company. Edge of the box again. It was in an area where inviting. Tuti. Penalty! Whoa! Penalty! Whoa! Handball. Or the referee seems to be indicating. What is it? Handball. Or a shove. A shove. Or a pull. Or a pull. A pull. A pull back. Yeah, it's interesting.
And nothing ball.
On the shoulder. Oh, wow. This could make things interesting.
And nothing ball.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, the decided that Nega was pulling.
What do you mean the referee decided? You can see there's a hard pull over the shoulder of the attacking player by the referee decided. You can see there's a hard pull over the shoulder of the attacking player by Nega.
I think we can see a little bit just before to take the lead. Zweli Lepewa given the responsibility of Lepewa given the responsibility of taking the lead just before the break. Yeah. Oh, Maguna makes a save. Ball again and over. Now they can break themselves here. What drama here? This bad. Now they can break themselves here. What drama here? Tuti wins it back. Tuti wins it back.
In one move, that is just simply the second save. In one move, that is just simply brilliant.
0-0. What a chance that. And so it stays 0-0. What a chance that was for Midlands to take the lead against the run of play. It's for them now. So they've hardly created anything. That was a glorious opportunity for them. Now switching it up to that right-hand side again. Oh, we take a look at
without a doubt.
And gave credit to the keeper. Oh, bad, a really poor penalty. And gave credit to the keeper. Bad, a really poor penalty. And gave credit to the keeper. Double the save of the rebound. Beautifully done. The save of the rebound. Beautifully done.
What the goalkeeper, he swung his feet around to get his body up. He swung his feet around to get his body up. And I hardly see this being done by a goalkeeper, but I know a lot of coaches do coach it as soon as he went down.
We're going to have one. We're going to have we're going to have 1 minute. We're going to have we're going to have 1 minute. RichardsBay, the foul. Free kick goes the way of RichardsBay, the foul. Free kick goes the way of RichardsBay, the foul on Spani Mdonga. 22-year-old Spani Mdonga.
Replacing Ndaba, of course.
Happening in the shoes of Nkoskona Ndaba. What an effective wing-back he was for... what an effective wing-back he was for... what an effective wing-back he was for RichardsBay last season. Signed from Kubani Classic FC. Ango will look to fill the boots of Yanwena Mbutuma. He's got the experience. Mbutuma. Don't know whether he's got the energy levels of Mbutuma. Has arrived here at the Mhlatuze Sports Complex. Has arrived here at the Mhlatuze Sports Complex. There's that fine rain that is now coming down. That fine spray that you get by the coast. As there was a promising attack unfolding there, and there was a promising attack unfolding there, and that was a deliberate foul to stop a promising attack by Tempo Mabua. Gets away with regulation to the last minute of the first of the regulation 45.
Now with the rain coming down, it changes the pitch altogether. Suddenly the ball will be a bit slippery. The skied, and goalkeepers will have to be a bit factual. The skied, and goalkeepers will have to be a bit more alert. In fact, so at control, that kind of delay with lots of opportunities down to pressing. So that makes for an ugly game, but also with lots of opportunities down to pressing. So that makes for an ugly game, but also with lots of opportunities for mistakes.
Makula producing it up. That was for Midlands. What a glorious opportunity that was for Midlands Wanderers to take the lead in this game. It would have been against the run of play. As I said, they created the better by RichardsBay. They have created the better from Mr. Zita, a referee, and ends the first 45 minutes. And ends the first 45 minutes. And he made the double stop from the penalty. As a referee made the double stop from the penalty. As the referee enjoys a lighter moment there with Mnenega. So the first semi-final then of this Midlands Wanderers 0, RichardsBay Football Club 0. Midlands Wanderers 0, Richards Bay Football Club nails.
Richards Bay not.